So the front would be the logo, right?
Yeah. Jesus.
Mike fell. Gravity. Sometimes it's nuts. So the front would be the logo. What would be the back? Like, you've got the set that says indestructible on it. What's our, like, one-word catchphrase?
Camp.
Wow. The creative juices are just flowing out of every orifice here.
No, it would probably, like, I wouldn't mind having, like, you know how it says, like, bus and, like, the S is hanging off?
Yeah.
It's like, it would say hat. And, like, the T is, like, hanging off.
I love that. Okay, that works. That's good.
Yep.
Hat. This is a hat.
This is a hat. Welcome to Hat Town.
What if it said brim? So like
brim. Oh my. Yeah, that would be good. We're talking about potential, like, if we ever did merch, like, we would make brimless.
Let us know if you'd buy merch.
Yeah, that'd be cool. We're on episode 2 where we're talking about merch. That's kind of interesting.
We could do like the shirt. And the front is just our logo, but then the back is the back view of the bus and Sasquatch dead in the road because we hit him.
That'd be good,
right?
Yeah,
right.
That's an idea right there. I can get on that. But yeah, that is definitely one of our ideas for silly merch. Silly merch.
That's the brand that we're gonna use. Silly merch.
Silly merch brand. Camp Black Wax. Silly merch brand. Merch.
.bandcamp.net.
Skynet.
That's the Transformers.
Transformers. Wrong robot. Robot racist over here.
Look, all I'm saying is if they did do a live action, like, and put actors inside of cardboard robot outfits, Optimus Prime would be Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, he would.
Right?
That'd be kind of like a cool concept. Like,
who's Bumblebee?
Oh God, I don't know.
John C. Reilly.
Hey, y'all! I'm a Bumblebee.
Now he's got to do the radio. So
wait, Jerry Seinfeld would be Bumblebee.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we're just combining movies left and right.
All right. Okay, so Steve Harvey is absolutely going to be the Megatron, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Starscream is going to be...
Is it Megatron or Negatron?
Megatron.
With an M?
Yeah. His cousin's Negatron.
Wait, I seriously thought it was Negatron.
No, I swear it's not Negatron.
Because it's like negative, because he's evil.
Bad. Negatron is an electron with a negative charge, the antiparticle of the positron.
This sounds like this sounds very like science fiction-y, but it's actually not fiction.
That's actually, yeah.
It's just called science at that point.
Wait, aren't electron...
We're learning stuff here, folks.
I thought, whatever. Yeah, no, it's Megatron.
Okay, well, I'm wrong.
Mega.
He is Mega.
Can we just say Decepticons is the silliest name?
It rolls off the tongue so nicely.
It does,
though.
but like, aren't they all Decepticons because they deceive you by being cars in disguise?
Well, it's like what I want to know is like, are Decepticons like is that like a race of whatever they are as robot cars? It's like you know, because you got Autobots, and Decepticons. Like, do they all start as Autobots? Because that makes sense because they're...
Wait, hold up. Are all the Autobots cars?
Like, I mean, some of them are jets and some of them are...
They're deceiving us because it's Autobot, like automobile, but they're not cars. So I would
still argue that a plane is an automobile.
A plane is not an automobile. Automobile is a car, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's still a motor. Don't look up if a plane isn't. We don't have to go to Google for everything.
Welcome to the 49th annual Robot Talk.
Yeah. Do you remember when we were younger, we would literally just talk out our problems, not Google them?
I mean...
But now it's just so convenient.
We're better now.
We're better.
We've improved, James.
We have
harder, better, faster.
I'm definitely not faster.
Stronger.
It's like...
Yeah, same here.
Stronger, better, fatter. I mean, faster.
Older,
tireder, back hurts.
Bad grammar.
Bad grammar. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I still want to beat this dead horse though. Are all Autobots like? Do they all start as Autobots and then they turn into Decepticons? Like, do they fall from grace? Is like
Like a Lucifer situation?
yeah. So like in that case, does that make Optimus Prime like God, and then like Megatron like Lucifer?
No, if anything, Henry Ford is God.
Henry Ford is God.
He made them.
It's like they worship him on this distant planet. It's like, how the fuck did you hear about Henry Ford?
And then John Chevy is the Chase. Or is the Jesus.
Oh my god.
I don't know why I said Chase
Yeah,
instead of Jesus.
yeah.
Our Lord and Savior, Chase. He lives down the street.
Chase Bank. Worship the dollar.
Thanks for that credit card, racking
Yeah.
up those points.
Yeah, I mean, so like, what is your credit card number?
Oh, yeah. So,
Oh man. But anyway, dude, welcome back, campers. By the way, we'd even like give you a proper greeting.
yeah, we're in camp, aren't we?
Yeah, we're in camp, aren't we? Fuck.
We're outside, right?
Yeah, you can hear the. See if you hear. Those birds are chirping.
Are you actually going to put in bird sounds?
No.
Yeah. That's not because he's a lazy editor. It's because he doesn't like birds. I like the idea of you putting in like whale calls or like some animal that has no place
Yeah,
in
that
the
has
forest.
nothing to do with birds. Like a, yeah, or like a penguin screeches or something. No, but we hope you enjoyed the first episode. This is episode 2.
You're back.
You're back.
It's awesome
You
to have you
decided to
here.
come back.
We really appreciate your listening, Chip.
Heck yeah. That's super cool of you. Word on the street is anyone who listens to Camp Black Wax is not a total nerd, but maybe a dweeb.
It's cool to be a dweeb.
It is cooler. I think there is like a weird hierarchy. I'm adjusting something.
Well, you know what? Sorry, it was cool to be a dweeb. Because up until yesterday, Avengers Endgame was the #1 movie in the world. And then James Cameron, the slimy snake he is, cheated and put Avatar back in theaters in China. And now Avatar's #1 movie in the world again.
Oh man, you were dying on that hill for a while, my friend.
So first off, I saw Endgame 5 times in theaters, and I'll see it a 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th time if I need to get that
Dude,
movie
that
back
is
at
so
#1.
many hours. I've seen 10.
I've seen the movie I think 7 times now, so that's 21 hours.
That's almost that's almost a full day in a movie theater.
Yeah, I'll do it again.
I'll kill again. Why should we let you out of prison? I don't know, but I'll kill again.
I'm right back at it.
I'll get right back to killing. Approved. Where will he go? He's going to Camp Black.
I got that Daft Punk One More Time playing in my head on repeat over and over.
One more time. Just stabbing people.
No, just seen the movie. God.
Is that I imagine it's like every day it's like for like movie night for the campers, it's always Endgame.
That's all we've got.
Yeah, it's all we got.
I don't.
Which is like hilarious because it's like it's a good movie.
Yeah, no. See,
but it's the only one we have.
We got like a federal grant, and I immediately dumped the money into buying the actual film reel and a nice projector.
Who needs to eat?
So like it's hanging up on like the movie screen of just bed sheets that have been bed bugs have eaten so many holes through, but it's playing off of Hollywood's finest movie projector.
God. It's like I could have either gotten 1,000 B movies or one really good
We're talking
movie.
about Jerry Seinfeld again, or
No. God, that movie sucked. The movie was terrible.
it really glosses over the fact that a woman is in love with a bee.
bee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like how can
And they make the boyfriend like a bad, like he's an antagonist.
Yeah, it's like, and then there's a court case. There's a court scene.
Court scene.
That's like the whole fucking movie. A good half of the movie is in a courthouse.
I put in all important links from the episode in the description below. I will absolutely put the link to the B movie, but it speeds up every 10 seconds or whatever.
Yes, it's amazing. It's so good. But anyway, we're going over a terrific.
We got to do our introductions.
Okay.
We got to have the contest. Who's got the funnier name?
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
I didn't even think of this.
So I'll give you a second.
Okay.
I'm your camp counselor and person who's in charge of catching the crabs we use for our Flintstones-esque style lawnmowers, Brian.
Oh my God, that's good.
Thank you.
And I'm your other camp counselor and also administrator of cow milking, Jim.
Do we have cows?
No,
Oh.
but we have milk.
Oh no.
Riddle me that.
There's some crazy trees in the forest. He milks the trees.
Where are all the cows? And why do we have so much milk? I'm so confused.
Milk. Jim leaves camp.
Did you just call me Milk?
I called you Milk. I don't know why.
My name's Milk.
Jim leaves camp 2:30 in the morning. He comes back with the sun comes up.
4 buckets.
He's got like that stick that goes across your back with buckets, just 8 buckets full of milk. It's like, where'd you get that from, Jim? And he just grunts and just keeps going and stores him in our milk hut.
Our milk hut. Ew. If you give enough time, it's seasonal because it starts as a milk hut and then it turns into a yogurt hut.
Oh no! Oh, that's so gross.
It just keeps getting
oh no!
round and around and around.
What's the process? Does it go from milk to yogurt to cheese? Is that how?
Well, I think it's different. I think you can. There's certain stuff you have to do to make it into cheese. You have to put like certain types of bacteria.
Well, we've got plenty of that.
Oh yeah,
this is not a sanitary.
No, it's not at all. Like to save money on the quote unquote beach, there's water.
Scientists have named new bacteria after both of us because they've discovered so many.
Yeah.
Here.
We save money. Instead of using sand, we actually just use like the vials of like used needles, like cracked up, and then we just use
the needles coming from.
I understand what place where the milk's coming from.
Now we find out that there are cows in the forest. You just go out there and milk them with a bunch of heroin addicts.
This milk's so good.
It's a magical forest, man.
Stupid. It's so dumb. Our milk hut. That is vile. And then eventually, like, we summon the milk golem.
What? Oh,
yeah.
I want it known. I don't. This is real. I don't drink milk. I put milk in my coffee. I make my eggs with milk. You know.
What?
Yeah. Is that not
what?
Is that not normal?
Wait, shut the fuck up. You're lying.
No, I crack eggs, put them in the thing, throw in some salt and some pepper. That's the other thing with salt, and a little bit of milk. And then you put the butter in the pan, and then you dump it in the pan.
I mean, it's not weird because like butter is also dairy. I just never. Yeah. I've never done that in my life. That's
what my mom told me to do. And
does it make it like fluffy?
Maybe. I like fluffy eggs. I like it when it's fluffy, but like you cook it enough where it starts
fluffy. I want my eggs fluffy.
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 When you cook it and it's just a little bit of brown, you know.
Yeah, I've definitely mastered the 3-egg omelet. I put a little avocado oil in my omelets.
I have avocado oil.
It's pretty good. It's probably super expensive and bad, and it was kind of pricey, but you know, whatever. Live a little. But enough about our milk hut, which we were supposed to keep a secret. We're gonna save it as a surprise. Because, like, after the campers leave, if leave is a strong word, no one ever leaves Camp Black Wax, like violins.
Welcome to the Camp Black Wax, California. That fit in, right?
Is that Hotel California?
Yeah.
Welcome to the Camp Black Wax Hotel California. But, so... I'm so excited to go over this album, though.
Yes, we had a good album
for today. This is a great album. I was also telling Brian, like, we eventually have to start doing albums that we don't like because...
Oh, yeah.
Because I think people react more positive to negative reviews.
I'm going to switch my entire opinion on this album right now. I hate it.
It sucks.
Which, by the way, good pick on an album. Because this episode's coming out the day before St. Patrick's Day, and you chose the most green album I could think of that's not Celtic themed.
Yeah, so we're going over Vide Noir by Lord Huron. Terrific album. I do have another podcast called Mouth Breather, and I think in like 2019, I think I brought this up like almost once per episode because I just kept talking about it. And my buddy Pat Leonard got me a bottle of wine that's actually like it's the Vide Noir Pinot Noir.
I saw that when I saw them in concert to promote the album, and they had the bottle of wines there.
What a cool way of doing that.
They had so many different. Did you hear how like they promoted this album?
No, go for it. I want to hear.
They did late night like public TV show. You know, kind of like the Too Many Cooks vibe of just like your local broadcast station.
Yeah.
But like it was just a commercial for their album with like a 60s theme to it, and like it had like the static and everything. And,
that is super cool.
You know what geocaching is?
No.
Just like random stuff people hide in the world. So like there's like a whole community you can go to. An ex of mine was really into it like in college, where like you just like someone puts a coordinate and you go to that coordinate, like, you know, like GPS, and you find just something that they stashed there. And they did that for this album. I don't know exactly what they hid, but they put out coordinates to kind of...
That is really cool.
Yeah, it's very different, but that kind of fits the band. They're very much that different type of band.
Yeah. No, this is a terrific album. Almost every song on here is like a banger in one way or another.
Bangers are... They're all good.
They're all good.
They're all good, but banger... I wouldn't use the word banger because there's some real low energy at times. Not in a bad way.
No. But yeah, there's... but yeah, I mean, what do you want to start with?
Yeah. So I looked into the inspiration they had behind it. Like I look up interviews and everything. And like a lot of the stuff that he was talking about, which my apologies. Hold on, I actually didn't write down his name. It was Ben.
I don't know any of their names.
Okay.
The members of Lord Huron.
Ben Schneider is his name. He's the guy who, you know, the frontman and like writes all the songs and stuff. Then all the interviews he talked about how he would just like drive out at night in LA. He used the word odyssey a lot. And then he's like, he started imagining an epic odyssey through the city, across dimensions, and out into the cosmos. A journey along the spectrum of human experience. None of this sounds very Jim-like, but
it sounds a little too yuppie for me.
Yeah.
Sometimes, because those answers almost piss me off. I'm like, dude, like you're just talking about driving around.
Dude, he summed it up. A lot of the album is about our cosmic place and insignificance in the world.
Okay.
Which I appreciate. I like it.
I guess I can appreciate it. I guess.
Which also, do you know what the title means?
Vide Noir?
Yes.
No.
It's French for Black Void.
Black Void.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Right on.
And it's not a concept album, kind of like the last one, where it's very close to a concept album.
It's so close.
It's like a story of a guy who's, you know, girlfriend, fiance, somebody goes out west and he chases after her and then does a drug called Vide Noir and just has a vision quest
Follow
in the desert.
Emerald Star.
Yeah. Just loses it.
Yeah, like that song, if I can remember. It's like that little part is kind of weird. Yeah, it definitely tells a story. Just like all of other Lord Huron's albums, all the songs are kind of connected.
Do the other ones all connect too?
Strange Trails did. I'm not sure if their first one, where Ends of the Earth, is on.
Lonesome Dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that one does it. I have it.
This one does it more than
the
other. If
so
they do, yeah.
There are some breaks, but like if you put this on, you're thinking that it's like a never-ending track. You know what I'm saying? It's like
yeah. It's very much all together.
Yes. Which I'm okay with, but I also have a couple of problems with.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because with that, it's cool if you want to listen to the whole album in one go, which you should. It's very, very, because like I said, it's kind of like a story.
Absolutely something you want to just put on and sit down and listen to.
But if you want, say you only like track 4, and then you just put it on, it kind of just like goes into it. There's no intro really. It just like goes.
I'd agree for like the middle to back half of the album. A lot of that kind of has to be. It's almost like Abbey Road, where like the front half is very much like you could just put any of those songs on and you're fine. But for the back half, it's like it's just one song into the next, and it just flows, and like you want it to go to the next one. I looked up the producer of the album was named Dave Fridman, and he's worked with Flaming Lips and Tame Impala. I was like, that kind of makes sense.
Oh, he also worked with Donnie Strechikoff.
I love Donnie Strechikoff. I didn't know you like him.
Yeah, his influences include Barnabas Lee Fragenford.
You got it.
Tanya Quip and S'moresy Joe.
S'moresy Joe.
Everyone loves S'moresy Joe.
We really forget what he did for the genre. He's kind of like the hidden godfather.
Remind me, what was S'moresy Joe's #1 hit track in 1943?
Hiding in a Coffin. Real good concept album. Really influenced. What's the real awful guy? R. Kelly, Hiding in the Closet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really little known fact. Absolutely, almost ripped off. Hiding in a Coffin.
Hiding in a coffin,
Yeah.
hiding in a closet.
Yeah, it was a whole
Smorsy
album.
Joe's 1943 concept album.
While the rest of the country was, doing like swing music, he was just he really kind of discovered the '60s 20 years early.
He had a really weird album where he ate a carrot into a microphone for 4 days, and he just recorded it and called it music. It was kind of cool though.
Won 3 Grammys.
It won so many Grammys.
Smorsy Joe.
Smorsy Joe, rest in pieces.
If
Rest in
anybody wants
power.
to draw artwork of fan art of
Smorsy
Smorsy, Joe,
Joe.
send it in.
You have to include his intense bushy red unibrow and his cyan-colored hair that sticks up unnaturally.
Is Scion a color?
I think it is.
It's a car brand. I know that.
Cyan? Hey, I'm gonna look it up.
Oh, like the
Like blue.
CYAN.
Yeah.
Is it pronounced Scion?
Is it not?
Cyan, maybe?
Cyan? Here, hang on.
See, I'm just thinking of the SCION cars.
Cyan.
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 I guess I'm adding too much emphasis in the
You just have an
But-
accent.
Yeah. But anyway, back to the album.
Yeah,
Enough
yeah.
about Smorsy Joe.
We'll get back to
and
him
those
later.
and in those other names.
Look for episode 4, by the way. We might just be doing that.
Smorsy Joe. But like the whole album is fantastic. It's really good. I would honestly say, like, the amount of times I've started this album, and it's not a bad thing. It's a long album.
It feels long.
It's pretty long.
It's
Like,
only like 40 something minutes, but it feels long.
almost an hour long album that's pretty long, dude.
No, that's like normal. Like 40 something minutes. That's pretty normal, I'd say.
I guess. I don't know. I'm also used to like punk rock where
30 minutes in and out.
like, and there's 25 songs.
Yeah.
But so, I mean, it is a longer album, and I would say I much prefer the first half opposed
Yeah.
to the second half. The second half starts getting a little trippy, where
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
but those first like 7 songs, those first 7 tracks are like so good.
Well, they also front loaded it with energy.
They did. So once again, something we definitely go over on this podcast is the importance of song, like album structure, of like where to put songs and stuff. Some of it, I mean, yeah. So I think they started out perfectly with "Lost in Time and Space."
Wonderful opening.
Oh my
Wonderful.
god, what a cool song!
This is the most like fluff I hear in songs that I'm okay with. Like that Ancient Names Part 2, where like really that song's 2 minutes long. The song's only a minute long, and then the
Yeah.
second minute
There is a
just
lot of fluff.
stuff. But I'm not against it.
I'm not against it either. Sometimes I'm like, all right, I'm gonna skip. Like I know when to skip at this point.
Yeah.
you know,
Like,
or the beginning of Lost in Time and Space, for instance. It's like, oh my god. I'm like, when is this
Yeah,
starting?
so that song is almost 5 minutes long, and I learned it to do at open mics, and I was like, that'll be a good like. I'm trying to I'm trying to beef up my. It's a funny word. I'm trying to beef up my.
Is that a ghost cow?
A ghost cow? A
Boof.
boo.
That's where the milk's coming from.
Where's the boof?
It's a bunch of cows that OD'd in the woods, and now they're ghosts.
Oh my god! I like that actually. That's haunted by dead cows, and that's where the milk came from.
That's where the milk comes from.
Oh my
it's
God.
all ghost milk.
It's all connecting.
That was my nickname in high school.
Ghost milk?
Ghost milk.
That sounds like an underground rapper.
Ah, dude, kind of. It's actually kind of. That's actually a cool name. Ghost
You know
milk.
what we're renaming this Ghost Milk podcast?
Ghost milk.
No, but like I was learning the song for open mics, and I was like, this is really gonna take up a lot of time. And then I played it, and I was like two and a half
yeah,
minutes. I
that's
was like, oh, right. A lot of that I just can't do unless I would sing into the microphone for like a minute.
Dude, and I always have this. It's not an issue with Lord Huron. Sometimes, like the way they mix their songs, he blends in the vocal. It's not very vocal front heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. It's not 2-dimensional. Everything is just like kind of blended in though.
Swirling together.
Exactly.
What do you think sticks out the most in terms of like instruments and
Their guitar work is really cool. It's like it's very like it's almost like old timey like Americana.
Yeah,
Like,
it's very like 60s tone at the time. Yeah. For me, bass.
I was just about to bring that up. The
Yeah.
bass is. I love a band that makes it like bass forward or like, even like whatever percussion, and I consider like bass like a form of being like almost like a percussion instrument. I know it's not, but like
Well,
you're
it's in
helping
charge
keep
of the tempo at times.
Yeah, you're keeping the beat. So anything that kind of helps like keep the beat and you put that forward. I'll take a song that's very drum heavy and bass heavy over a very like vocal or like lead guitar, kind of like the normal structure we have with a lot of bands.
We're just playing the root of a chord kind of the whole time. Yeah.
I like that though.
Well, yeah, I mean, like any of the high energy stuff, like Never Ever, like right when it starts is boom. It's like you hit the road and that's what's pushing you forward.
Yeah.
Wait by the River starts off with
Wait
it.
by the River is such boom, 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 boom. Oh man,
That's a good one.
that's that's a good song to kiss your partner to.
It's a very chill one.
It's a very chill song.
Yeah, I like that one.
But yeah, there are some chill. Yeah, you're right. There are not like bangers, but like there's definitely some chill tunes.
Yes. And what surprised me is that even sometimes with those like chill tunes, they kept the like fuzzy distortion sound throughout.
Yes,
It's like almost like, for me, it sounded like Black Sabbath almost.
kind of,
Not-
or at least like that time period of recording. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's just very fuzzy, and I'm cool with it.
They're kind of going for like a vintage, I think, sound.
Yes.
which is cool.
Yeah, I enjoy that.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the themes of the album are?
Oh man. So you said it, and now it makes sense. Like I definitely think it's like an odyssey, travel, finding yourself,
Getting lost.
getting
Yeah.
lost, finding your place. Like he kind of puts it like a high spectrum, finding your place in the universe. But like I would just say like finding your place in just your life, you know, which is just kind of like important.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I would definitely say like finding yourself is probably one of the biggest themes.
Overall, it feels like a negative album. Like,
Yes,
it doesn't feel
does
like
not feel like a positive.
it ends and he finds his place and he's like, my life has meaning, everything's cool. It's like, no, like I went on my journey and like I'm real messed up now, but it's done.
You kind of, well, at the same time, it's like if you realize like your own truth amongst yourself, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But it's almost like red pill, blue pill. You know what I'm saying? It's like
okay.
it's like, do you just want to keep being like ignorant towards what you're supposed to be, but you're going to be happy, or do you want to know your truth and have the potential to be really disappointed?
Yeah. No, this is some deep philosophical discussion.
Yeah.
I did not expect.
Yeah.
But I enjoy it.
Because like at the end of the day, we're all just a bunch of freaking animals on a giant rock floating through an endless void in space that we just so happen to get kind of lucky on being.
And that sounds ridiculous, but like that's very much what the album basically says.
Yeah,
you know?
pretty much. It's just like our place in this whole thing. It's very deep. It's
Yeah.
very like, and it's like, it's funny because it's like, I always think of shit like that. It's like, yeah, we're just like, we're just this like, we're like on like this little grain of sand just floating throughout everything. And then it's like, it's so much bigger than all of us, but like our brains cannot comprehend how big the universe
Yeah.
is.
No, absolutely.
And we're on this tiny little thing. And it's funny because it's like there's like asteroids colliding with each other, causing mass destruction, and I'm worrying about how can I get this weird digital value to pay for a place that I live in this vast universe.
Yeah. I always think of that quote from, I think it was Neil Armstrong, about how like when he went to the moon and like got to see the Earth and just like he just wanted to show people of like, look how trivial everything is. Like everything you've done, everything you're worried about is just localized in this tiny just planet just sitting there, you know?
It is super weird. It's like it's like the equivalent of just like being locked in your bathroom, you know? It's just kind of like, and it's like, and you're thinking like there can't be any more to this house. This is it.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
But then like eventually you're going to be like, holy shit, there's a living room, and don't get me started on the kitchen.
And basically what this album is saying is that the door is made of a drug called Vide Noir.
Vide Noir, yes. If you want to open up the door, you have to take this. That's so. When I first heard the album, I did not pick up that it was a drug.
Yeah, I kind of had to look into that. I did not realize.
Yeah, I didn't
like,
realize that either.
Yeah, I will say that this album did more for me to not take drugs than Dare ever could.
I mean, I would recommend.
Drugs?
I do. You're that kid?
Some drugs. I mean, we're drinking caffeine right now.
Yeah.
Coffee helps a lot.
I would definitely recommend a nice toke while listening to this album, just chilling out with it.
I've not done that, but I could absolutely see it being.
It's fun. It's good. Yeah, I don't know. The whole album is cool. The lyrics are clever.
Yeah.
I really, and you're right. There's a lot of like cosmic talk.
So one more thing on the themes that I want to talk about. Did this album make you think of The Great Gatsby at all?
No, I could see why you would think that.
Okay.
I personally didn't, but I'm not gonna crucify you.
Do you not like Great Gatsby?
No, I think it's an overrated book. I think it's an overrated movie.
I love Gatsby.
No, it doesn't make any sense. It's kind of stupid.
Wow.
Kind of fucking. Well, books in general are all dumb.
Just because you don't know how to read, Jim.
I don't trust the written word.
Books lie to you.
Yeah, it's like I go to Buffalo Wild Wings to hand me a menu, and I just like throw it, and I'm like, get that filth away from me.
He points at the pictures and says, "This one."
Ooh, I got you.
Oh. You know words. And I'm sitting there like my arm around you, like, use your words, Jim.
I winks.
Yeah, okay. You also please take a beer. It calms him.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I mean, I could see why you would think like Great Gatsby.
Yeah,
even though Great Gatsby's stupid.
Is Gatsby set in L.A., right?
I don't know.
It might be New York. It might be L.A.
I don't know.
Some big American city.
Stupid.
But it's just all right. Okay, I think it is L.A. because they're in the desert. Yeah. But like there's
stupid.
There's the contrast of the desert and the city, and like, you know.
Why do you like it?
Why do I like Great Gatsby?
Yeah.
Because it's such like a period piece. I love like the looking into the 20s and all that. And it's a time that's remembered highly of just like everything's cool, everybody had a great time, but like it's like a negative light on all that. I very much have felt much. I can associate myself with. I think the main character's name is Nick, where he's very much an outsider. Feels like he's always like looking in, and
he lives in West Egg.
Yeah. Look at you. Yeah.
Stupid.
And he's like I love the idea of somebody that's like super rich but like eccentric like that, where it's like he hosts parties, but sometimes he's not even
Old
there.
sport.
And he just watches people. Like I don't know. I really like that. Whatever that story is, it's just something I really enjoy.
It's just like the whole love triangle thing. I feel like it could have been cool, but like the love triangle thing was just so confusing. It was like,
Well, so are you Team Edward or no?
Team Jacob.
That's for our Twilight fans.
Yeah, I'm Team Gerald. No one ever talks about Gerald. He's the hunchback in the back of the classroom that the camera's on for 2 seconds. I'm like, him.
He had a chance.
It's him. But yeah, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna stop talking about Great Gatsby.
What did you think of the level of production of this album?
Good. It was very good.
Everything is so intentional.
Nothing is on accident.
It's amazing to me that you enjoy this album because it's the least punk thing possible. Punk is like just get 4 or 5 people in a studio, hit record, they just boom through it, and then they're done. This is like, play that second there. Okay, I want that voice to do that. All right, input the sounds of like bongos off in the distance here, or like there's a part where like a radio voice comes in a different language.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
It's all over the place.
This album is kind of all over the place. I do really enjoy. I don't know. It's weird. I mean, it does fit. Like I do like indie music and indie rock, and this is kind of like, I don't know. So Lord Huron, I used to really consider like, You Went Over Railway Gamblers, and I kind of even attribute Lord Huron to like psychedelic Americana.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I would not call them like folky. It's like sometimes they are, but sometimes they're not.
Is post-folk a thing?
I don't know.
Because it's post-folk. It's influenced by it. There's very much
polka.
Boom, boom, boom. Sorry, inner tuba player in me.
Definitely not polka. But like, I would agree to that. It's like post-folk, post-Americana, like modern day Americana. I do like psychedelic Americana because I think that's the best description.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I think it was Vide Noir, where like it sounded like it could be alien stuff, but it wasn't, and I kind of wish it was aliens because it's less creepy than like just the Vision Quest stuff.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it is. I mean, if you're not into like, I don't know. I guess if you like cut and dry, here's the song, next song's playing, not really like connected to anything.
Then listen to Never Ever and then turn the rest of the album off.
Pretty much. No, but like it's like this album is weird. It's very it's very artsy.
You know the did you ever see Across the Universe?
Yes, and this does. Now that reminds me of this album.
Yeah,
kind of.
you know the
Wow, that's actually a good comparison.
Right?
That is a good one.
The scene with Bono when he's in the circus.
Yeah.
It feels very. What was the song? There was one specific song. The Balancer's Eye, where it feels like you're just sitting there in the middle of nowhere, and then this huge thing comes and makes you question your entire life. They fill you up full of drugs, and then they just set off into the distance, and you're like, wait, where am I right now? What happened? Like, you just feel lost all of a sudden. I don't know.
Lost in time and space.
You think that's where they got it from?
Maybe. That's a great song.
Is it your favorite?
Hey, I don't kiss and tell.
Oh, I mean, you could.
What the fuck does that mean? I mean, you're good.
Whatever you want it to mean.
Honey boo child. So here, before I jump the gun, like, what's next on the agenda here? I'm letting you take care of the itinerary.
We can go through the same order we did last time. We can go to lyrics next.
Sure.
So, really cool stuff. Favorite lyric I had in there was from Moonbeam, which is easily one of my favorite songs.
It's really good.
The world is dark, the night is long. I could use a few laughs and a couple songs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. That is. I got to remember some of the songs. I'm actually pulling it up on Spotify right now.
While you do that, Ancient Names Part 2. You know, high energy.
Yeah.
Very much not them, but in a good way. I don't believe in life and I won't believe in death until I die. Come on.
Dude, yeah.
Come on.
You're, yeah, though everything, he's a very good lyricist.
Yes.
That Ben Schneider, is it Ben?
Ben Schneider, yeah.
Ben Schneider, yeah. He's good. I'm trying to remember some of the, because I've heard, like I said, I've heard the first like 7 songs
over and over and over.
A ton, because I always start the album.
Yeah.
But then I end up having to do something. I always have to turn it off. Here, let me look up, because I do know Never Ever has some really good lyrics in there.
Yeah, the ones near the end, they get a little.
It gets a little trippy.
I like the trippy lines. It can be a little much at times. We'll get into that when stuff we don't like. But like, and the stars fill the river as it flows into the sky, and the mind leaves the body and floats higher and higher. It's just like, whoa.
Yeah.
What am I doing right now?
Dang. So like, yeah, even like the second verse, it's like, she was gone without a warning, long before the sunrise. I will paint the perfect face. I will draw her eyes with the pigment of my mind. I will trace her lines because I've traced them thousands of times.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And it's just like he perfectly finds.
I will trace them thousands of times. And then that cool like. Oh, it's so good.
That song's so set up so well, where it's just high energy, verse after verse after verse, and then it gets to the chorus.
That bass in the beginning is so kick-ass.
I love it, and it's just you can feel the energy building, and then when it finally gets to the chorus of like I forget how it starts. I think I will never ever love another like her, and like that's just so high energy there. I love it. I love it.
And once again, good album structure. You start really chill with Lost in Time and Space, and then you go into that
because
and then it picks up.
It's their heaviest song, and you're like, wow, that was heavy. And then it goes into Ancient Names Part 1. You're like, oh, that's heavier. And then it goes to Part 2. It's like, what are they doing?
Is this a punk album?
And then like it just
and then
it's
drop.
Yeah, and then you're like, what is happening now?
Yeah. And then it's almost chill jam after chill jam.
That's almost a bad setup, but it works.
It does work. It's not my favorite, but it does work.
Deceiving expectations.
Yeah.
In a good way.
I could see that.
It's a bold move.
Bold move, Cotton.
What movie is that?
That's Dodgeball.
Yeah, yeah.
Cotton needs a new pair of shorts. But yeah, I mean, those are just some, like, even like Wait by the River also has like a bunch of really cool lyrics.
When
too.
the ocean drinks the sky and the city winks its eye, like,
yeah, That is good. What's the one song that goes like down 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 down?
Vide Noir, I think.
Down 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 down. Is that Vide Noir?
We don't want to get DMCA striked, so be careful.
Yeah, so cool it,
That was
Jim.
spot on.
That has to be us. Hang on. What a cool, like the drum, like the beat of it. I could smoke pot to that song. That's a good song to get high to.
Yes, this is, if you're very much into 60s music, this is like,
Oh yeah.
give this a listen.
Chill 60s kind of at times.
It goes to spectrum too. Like there's like the, Jefferson airship or Starship, whatever the name.
Starship Enterprise.
Yeah, Starship Enterprise. And there's that like psychedelic Jimi Hendrix thing, but also like, like sometimes when like the tone of the guitar, it sounds very much just like, I don't want to say normal 60s music, but just like, normal rock at the time.
I think like what we're used to, you know what I'm saying? Like what we expect out of the 60s kind of.
Yeah, like before the late 60s, like the
Yeah.
mid 60s, like before everything got real weird with Woodstock.
Yeah.
So going from the complex lyrics, album cover, is it perfect?
No.
Really? Why not perfect?
Because I think this is actually their weakest album cover. Now, hold the phone. So in the record itself, if you open it up, it's so cool. The actual like vinyl that you get, like I have this on vinyl.
Uh-huh.
It's a double LP, big chunky boy, and
Got on that 180 grams?
so yeah.
Hey.
So when you open it up, it's like very like cosmic-y. It's very cool looking. But the album itself, it's black, which is this very two-dimensional like dodecahedron like diamond. So
Dodecahedron would be 12-sided.
is really?
I think so. I think that's a...
What's the term for any shape with sides? It's not dodecahedron.
Whoa, a dodecahedron is... Oh, hey, look at me, I was right.
Here,
12.
All right, fine. Hang on a second. We're also gonna check this out. We're gonna count the sides here, because there might be 12.
No, it's 8.
8.
Yeah, it's just an octagon. It's an oddly shaped octagon.
Damn, that is like really disappointing that it's an octagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But are we counting the square on the inside?
Dude, there's like a million shapes on the inside. We're not doing that. See, I like the album cover because it's simple as fuck, but this album goes so many places, you can't get something that sums it up other than something simple.
I'm also comparing them to their other album covers,
which are very detailed.
I love them.
Oh yeah,
they're art pieces.
Absolutely.
Like Lost Dreams looks like that Lost Dreams, that album cover, it signs you up exactly what you're getting into. It's
Middle
like
of the desert.
Middle of the desert, Lone Rider.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And then Strange Trails is also pretty good too.
Weird Forest, Where Am I Right Now?
Do you ever notice like the skull in there?
There's a skull?
Yeah, dude. It's kind of here. Like, look it up.
Yeah, hold on.
It's pretty cool. That's probably my favorite album cover that they have is for Strange Trails.
Where is it at? Where's the skull at?
It's like lower.
Oh, right by the tree base.
Yeah, isn't that kind of weird? Kind of trippy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, this one I don't know. I'm gonna give it like a D.
Ooh, wow.
I'm not a fan. It's too simple, and I know they could do better.
Oof. You're not mad. You're just disappointed.
I'm just disappointed, son.
That's what I'll name the episode. Vide Noir by Lord Huron. Jim, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Completely just lying about your opinion.
Yet I'm talking how much I love the album. I just don't like the cover. That's called clickbait.
I'll give it like a B. Maybe even an A. I really like it.
Nah, it's too simple.
And obviously you can't see it when it's online, but like it's like that shiny material that shines off of the cover when it's physical. Like I like it.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, so here the thing is, this is one of the very few albums I bought on vinyl and CD.
Ooh,
because I want to listen to my car.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I mean,
Jim, have you ever heard of this thing called Spotify?
What? Excuse me? That thing that's destroying all analog media, as we know. And we also are contributing it because we post, not on Spotify, we're on YouTube.
Yeah, we're on, YouTube's just doing wonders for
for music, for the music industry.
Quick side note, fun story, you can have this out if it's not good. Did you hear about Metallica playing, I think it was VidCon?
No.
Or Twitch Fest, something that was on Twitch. And so it was on Twitch, and the way that the legal thing works, they couldn't play Metallica's music. So they played the video of them playing, but the audio was just like random like video game music, or like it was just edited out. And it's funny because like it's their fault. They were the big ones to push behind like song rights.
So they got a big taste of their own medicine, basically.
Yeah, and no one. It's not like this was like with a live studio audience like COVID. So it was just them in a studio, and pretty much no one heard them play.
I'd be so pissed.
It's their fault.
I know.
Thanks, Lars. Like,
yeah, for real. I'm not surprised by that, but yeah, fuck them.
Saint Anger's the next album we're doing. You remember when you guys did this? Yeah, what were you thinking?
What's wrong with you?
TikTok, right?
So you like the album cover?
Yeah, love it.
It's all right. I'm not a fan.
I
love the use of green though, like the use of like.
I mean, I am biased. Green's my favorite color, so it kind of skews things a little bit.
I get you. Right on.
Yeah.
What's next on this here agenda?
Stuff we didn't like, and I'm gonna kick it right off.
Go for it.
Back from the Edge. Weakest point of the album.
What? Back from the Edge.
Yeah, here, I'll play it. I got it.
Oh, you don't like this song?
This song.
I thought it was cool. It's like down 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 down. I'm sorry if that's annoying to everyone because it's just
no, that was spot on. It sounded like it, but it's not. It doesn't feel like it has the same energy to it. It feels like the creative juices weren't there. Like I don't like the beat where it breaks down every like. Yeah, I don't. You don't like that. I don't like that.
I can see why you wouldn't like. I'm also not totally sold on it either.
So is that the first song on what, like side C or something, or no?
I think it might be. Because it sounds like a song that you would start a new side on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and everything after it works. A Balancer's Eye is a great song, but like I don't know. I on Spotify I hearted every song but that one.
I guess it is kind of like I'm thinking about. It's kind of a boring song.
Yeah, and it's right in the middle, right before all like the trippy shit starts.
I guess you have to have a transition though.
No, because I mean,
and it does have like so. There is actually. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah,
there is a part of that song at the end. I'm like now just really thinking about it. It's like that really weird. Like I do imagine someone like out in the middle of the desert. It's like a very like chorusy kind of. And
Can
it's
I play
like you don't like
I do like
those
that
harmonies.
I do like the harmonies. That's something I do enjoy about the album. There's like hidden stuff.
There's a ton of
buried
harmonies
in there. What was that song? There's a song where they bury the strings. When the Night is Over. There's a section for like 5 seconds, and the strings are gorgeous. And on any other album, they'd be, brought way to the forefront, and this is just buried underneath everything. I got chills when I heard it. I was like, I've never noticed that in there.
Yep.
So I do like that, but I think the beat is just too.
Yeah, because it's very like 1, 2, 3. I don't know time signatures at all. I don't know like what you would call that.
I think it's still in time. It's a slow 6/8, but it just doesn't. I don't know. It does not sit with me. And it does get better, but yeah, we talked about like how the slowness and all I listened to this album 2-3 times for this episode. I've been listening to it for 3 years now. If you ask me to say how does Secret of Life go, I don't know.
I know. So like that's also like my problem. It's like I know every song on here, but I don't know the names.
And I can play it and go, that one, yeah.
Yeah, that's how I am too.
If you're like sing
there's
Secret
so
of Life,
many songs.
There's a lot. There's 12, and
they're all kind of long.
They're all kind of long, at least 4 minutes, and they're very samey, but not in a bad way. See, what song was that? I don't know.
That was Secret of Life.
See?
No, Cosmos. And it goes,
again, the bassist being real cool.
Oh, yeah. That is a cool song, too. They're all really good. I'm trying to think of one that I don't like.
Moonbeam?
I don't like Moonbeam.
See, hold on. So that part's shit, right?
Yeah.
But then...
No, yeah, I don't like that.
The first part with like that...
I feel like I'm listening to Smash Mouth.
It is very Smash Mouth.
It's very
you nailed it.
Smash Mouthy, dude.
I didn't think of that.
It's so... The way that you are...
Walking on the sun. It is.
It's like Sugar Ray, Smash Mouthy.
It is, but
I'm like, what are you doing
a
here?
minute in, when that goes away and that gets, come on, that guitar riff, like it's so just fun.
Nah, I
like it.
I'm not into it. Moonbeam, in my opinion, is like one of the weakest ones. I would rather listen to Back from the Edge than Moonbeam.
Moonbeam was the third song I picked for my favorite song on the album.
Really?
It's catchy. It's got meaningful
I
lyrics.
wonder what I'm trying to remember. This is why you should have done research beforehand.
And do you know how long that song is?
How long?
4 minutes and 20 seconds.
You hear that, campers? Time to light up. This isn't marijuana. I never said it was.
Oh, no. We somehow made a drug out of the milk that's just been fermenting in there.
Yeah, you're smoking fermented ghost cow milk.
Oh, God.
We call them dairy whispers.
That's the true Vide Noir.
Curd whispers.
Oh.
Or curd spurs.
Curd
Curd spurs. But yeah, I would say Moonbeam is like my least favorite track.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like the Smash Mouth sound.
At times, honestly, Ancient Names Part 1 and 2, just I like them for songs, but sometimes I skip them because it's like
Really?
sometimes it's too much. I'm like, it's too like this album is 80% chill, so that's what I want. And then sometimes I'm like, all right, I can do without that. I'm not in the mood.
There was a time we went to RIP B-Sides, the coffee shop.
Oh my god.
The local coffee shop had the record collection. You can bring in any records.
I
It's
love that
awesome.
place. I would love if someone else like
There is someone in there now.
yeah, but it's not like a record shop coffee shop though.
Why isn't that just a thing for every coffee shop?
I know. It was a really cool idea and it was really good coffee.
Yeah.
You know what though? They got out right before COVID, so I'm like happy that they're good. I know, but
we went there, and I remember you put on the album, and like we listened to "Lost in Time and Space," and you got up and took it off. You're like, okay, that's all I wanted. Like, I'm not gonna subject this coffee house to the energy of Ancient Names.
I know. So like that's my problem. It's like it's so all like you. This is almost like either someone who you know can definitely like handle a very like wide variety of music. Like me and you can listen to this album no problem.
Yeah.
But even like some of our like friends, for example, they're gonna be like, "What is this?"
Cherry pick stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, which is fine.
Well,
like,
you know what it is? It's almost like a really well baked cake.
God damn.
49th annual cake
Dude,
talk.
shut up! You bring up cake.
You can't
too much.
You can't slice a slice out of it. You have to eat the whole cake because it's so cohesive. It just baked perfectly together.
What cake do you know that you have to eat the whole thing yourself?
I baked a cake in the shape of the octagon.
It took me 5 days. I kept fucking up.
There's no pans for octagons, people.
I thought you said there's no pants for octagon people. Like
But there also isn't. Yeah.
it's just like people with 8 legs. They're octagon people with no pants.
No, but it's just so together. Like you can't just yank out a song.
I agree. You gotta almost it's all or nothing.
Yeah, let it
kind of.
ride. Yeah.
Which like some of their previous albums, you could cherry pick some of their songs.
Yeah, but I think I'm very interested to see where they go next because the first album was very much just like here's some songs we wrote, and the second one was that like they're all kind of tied together, but you
Strange
just
Trails.
yeah,
Cool. I can't. Is that their second album?
yeah.
Cool.
But Vide Noir is even more like
This is definitely I think their weirdest album. It's
100%,
good,
100%.
but it's very odd.
yeah, and I hope that they don't make this a consistent thing.
Yeah,
and that
I
they
agree.
don't get even weirder. It's cool, I like it, but just go somewhere else now.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, do you have anything else you want to mention in terms of favorite songs?
Oh, we're hitting up favorites now.
Yeah, I mean, we did the down dip. Now we got to do
The upswing.
yeah, you know.
I would say my favorites. It's hard, but I do love the way they started this album. I normally never pick my first. Normally, the first song is never my favorite song.
Yeah.
It is though. Lost in Time and Space is so.
I love playing
good.
it. Yeah.
It's so fun to sing. It's just like drowning in a sea of stars, lost in the galaxy of cocktail bars. Oh, it's so good.
Absolutely.
I love it so much.
Yeah. I remember playing this at if you've ever been to Brass Tap, I would go there like before COVID, like every Monday night and do like a open mic thing. And I remember playing this, and the guy who ran it, him and a couple of his friends really enjoyed the line about like, you know, she went west to chase her dreams. She took my money,
but she didn't take me. Like, so I should have brought that up in favorite lyrics, but I didn't want to like be rattling off too many.
It was a lot in a row. Yeah,
because it was like I want to like say like my favorite song. I like saving it for last, kind of. You know, that is my favorite song. They're all really good though. Wait by the River is so good.
I'm not in love with Wait by the River.
I like it a lot. There was one time though. So when I got this album, there was one time I brought a little lady, and we were just kind of kissing, and I put that song on the record. That's kind of why I said earlier. I'm like, this is the song, Kiss Your Partner.
You were speaking from personal experience.
Speaking from personal experience, and then the thing is though, I think like my record player, I think like something happened with like the power in my house, because like it went really slow for a second, but then it picked right back up. And it's never happened since, because I thought it was the record. It just
sounded like that.
It just never sounded like that. But so at one point, it was just like down, 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 and I'm just like, we were both really put off by it. It was like kind of creepy sounding, you know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's like a personal experience. I have.
Random personal experience story, something like that. Back in the days of LimeWire, I'm not saying I illegally downloaded music, but I may have had a track. What's the Joe Wall song that's like 8 minutes long about like how he's washed up and like
I don't know.
Life's Been Good.
Okay.
And the song 8 minutes long, and then it ends, and then like some guy was just like, uh-oh, here comes a flock of wah-wahs, and then it's just a bunch of people making duck noises.
What?
And I was like, why is that in the song? And then I looked it up. I'm like, oh, it's not in the song. Someone on LimeWire was just having a real good time.
Remember when you used to download songs and it's like, all right, I'm going to go to school, and then you come back and you still have like 2 hours left?
God. Dude, there was this one, my version of Sugar We're Going Down was recorded from when Q101 played it for the first time. It's such a cool time capsule.
That's actually kind of cool.
Right? It was just like, look, it's a Chicago band, Fall Out Boy, here's their new single, like, I already forgot the name I just said.
Sugar We're Going Down.
Sugar We're Going Down, yeah. And like, it goes into it. It's like, that should just be the normal version. It's so cool to start a song off that way.
I agree. But yeah, I also really like, I like Wait by the River. I really like, I think my number one is Lost in Time and Space.
I can agree with that, yeah.
Vide Noir is, I love the beat.
We're so different. Vide Noir, I'm not in love with. It's all right.
It's
a good one.
I forget, what's Secret of Life again? How's that go?
Here we go.
That's right.
I think we just pressed start at the same time.
That's weird.
That was really cool.
Yeah. No, Secret of Life, I'm also just gonna throw up there because that's because
okay.
I love I love the harmonies. It's like any song that's fun to sing, I'm down for.
I absolutely. I didn't expect to enjoy it as much, but like the first time when I listened to the album, but now that I was going back for the podcast, The Balancer's Eye is a really good song.
Yeah.
I like that one. Also, I have to, we talked about Spotify. I have to shout out, how like sometimes there's like a little video they play over and over on Spotify?
Yes.
The art they have for this album
it's
is
really cool.
So cool.
I recommend checking it out like on Spotify. Just looking at the
that
art.
thing when you're when I my first podcast, pause button, when we were talking
Rest in power. Rest in power.
When I what is dead may never die.
The ship will never sink. Iceberg. Low listenership right ahead.
No. Oh, that hurts.
It's the drunk episode.
Oh God,
that was the iceberg.
I'm tempted to take it down. It's a scar.
You should. It's bad.
It's
I remember
bad.
it was so bad I called you.
Yeah, you're like, what is this? I'm like,
I'm not even part of the podcast. I'm just your friend, and I was like, dude, what
are you doing, man?
I was like, what seriously was that? You're like, I don't know.
We tried.
Do you want to say how you did it? Do you want to give like a little background on how you guys recorded that episode?
Yeah, we sat down and then we got drunk. No, you want to talk about influences?
I'm gonna let you handle that because I couldn't really think of any influences.
Okay, I like that last episode. You had a whole bunch. This episode, I got a whole bunch.
Yeah, lay it on me, Daddy.
There was an interview. Never say that again. Never say that again. You can say Brian, co-host, camp counselor, old chum, friendo.
Duder McScuber.
I'll even take Uncle Brian, but not
Uncle Brian.
Not Daddy. Call me son first. There was an interview from On the Aside. I never heard of it, but there was an interview with Ben Schneider. He said, "I don't need comparisons to bolster our work."
Damn.
Okay.
There was
also some cool stuff.
Is this guy a dick? Is he a dick?
I'm not gonna say he is.
He might
because there
be a
wasn't
dick.
enough in there. He's very artsy. He might be your typical hipster. He's got the folded jeans and he's really up his own ass and all that. But he might be a really cool guy. We don't know him.
He might be a dick.
He's very artsy. But he did talk about like a lot of stuff on his philosophy on life of like, don't worry too much about greater ideals. Just do what you can with the moment you're in. Something I love that he talked about was the build up is better than the reward itself. Like the excitement of I'm going to eat a donut is better than the first bite of a donut.
I agree.
And I was like that. I 100% agree with that. So in terms of like classic rock, I talked about Black Sabbath of like the distortion and also like the themes of just like otherworldly, weird, let's go to the dark places of the mind kind of thing. The psychedelic stuff like Jimi Hendrix, Jefferson Starship, all that. Modern stuff, if you like My Morning Jacket.
Ooh, that is a good one.
One of the articles I read referred to them as a more direct Fleet Foxes. And I was like, that is perfect.
Wow.
I wish I said that, but that was them. More direct Fleet Foxes, yeah. Also, this one I came up with. You know Mumford & Sons' third album, Wilder Mind?
Yes.
This is that album, but done right.
It's true.
Where they still stayed true to themselves and their sound. They didn't just throw out what they did before, and they're improving, or at least doing something new and good.
We should go over Delta. And just like...
What, are you going to buy Delta on vinyl? Because I'm not.
I know, that's like the problem.
I got it on CD. They put that shit out with the free... It came free with the tickets.
I know, yeah.
Also, I do want to talk a little bit about like how this is like different and stuff. So it's their first record on a major label, Republic, which is owned by Universal. And when asked about it compared to previous albums, he said, "I don't see it as a drastic change at all." He just said, like, I've just been following what we've been interested in and thought sounded cool. What sounded cool. We've never really been part of any scene, and I've never seen the point of that. Why limit yourself?
Yeah.
Is this? I mean, there's a fair answer here, but I thought it'd be a fun question. Is it them selling out of like going to major label?
I don't think so.
Being more like Bob Dylan in 1965, like playing electric, getting rid of their old sound. Like
I definitely think it's them evolving, and like God forbid that they actually sign with a cool label so that they can actually make money. It's like but I mean. Once again, it's like I think I brought this up. I can't remember. Oh no, I brought this up with our episode 0, which will unfortunately never happen. And it was a good episode.
We'll pay like a high production editor who does like really big shit, lots of money to take that audio and salvage it from the wreckage, and it won't be worth it.
Dude, it was just oh my god.
You know what I didn't do is check my audio before we started. Always check your audio before you start.
Yeah, but. I hope it doesn't I don't want them to pull Mumford & Sons. I know we just talked about them, but because their sound changed so much that it's like unrecognizable at this point. And I'm like, I don't like it. But I think it's them evolving. I think it's a good direction. I don't think it's them selling out at all.
Yeah, no, I agree. I just thought it'd be a fun question to talk about.
Yeah. How dare you?
Because I always enjoy talking about what selling out is and as artists evolve.
It's definitely not. I mean,
it's new.
Tread lightly, because you could easily sell it. Because you gain a lot from signing into a big label, but who knows? They might be like, all right, now put out this poppy.
Yeah.
Song.
Well, they didn't even have the option to. One of the articles talk about how they recorded the album before. The Night We Met got real big because of 13 Reasons Why.
Yeah.
So he didn't have to worry about oh man, we got so much tension on us. This next album has to be good. It was already done.
Yeah.
So
oop, hope it's good.
Yeah, everyone loves us. It's well, this isn't going to be too much like that song, but here's the album,
That song is good and all. There is another version where I forget who Phoebe
Bridgers.
Yeah, that version is vastly superior.
I did not hear that until a couple days ago.
It's pretty good, right?
I love her.
Yeah.
I really want to buy Punisher on vinyl and do that as a review because.
Also, Fool for Love is my favorite song personally on that last album. That's a great song.
I mean, yeah, come on.
It's that. I mean, the only thing kind of sucks is I don't think any of these songs were on the radio.
Fool for Love might have been a little bit.
No. I mean, from this album.
Oh, from
Vide
this
Noir.
album, Vide Noir.
I don't think any of them hit the radio because Fool for Love.
No, one of them was.
Wait by the River.
Was it Wait by the River?
It might be.
I think it's Wait by the River made it.
Yeah, I think so too. But. I
always disagree with bands about what they pick for singles. Dude, Nathaniel Rateliff's second album, I hardly liked this. What was the hold up?
Was it Mama?
No, no, I love that song.
Honey.
No, I love Honey too. You Worry Me. I don't like You Worry Me. And why was that the big single off the album?
I don't know. I agree.
It was one of the weakest songs on there.
Yeah, most of the time they do choose like really weak songs. Like we were talking about this with like Camp. It's like Peach Fuzz is a good song. Should it be the single to like really get everyone interested in your band? I don't think it's a good idea because it sounds nothing like anything else on the album. Mm-hmm. So you're kind of just like, you're not tricking people, but like you're kind of like misguiding them a little bit.
I don't know if the episode's going to be out before or after this one, but the next Merit Badge review I'm doing, the Foo Fighters, do you know the single Shame Shame?
Oh my god,
it's garbage.
It's a pretty bad, more like lame.
Oh, you got him.
Oh,
that joke's now I have to re-record. That joke's in there. No,
Dave, your song sucks.
It does. It's so bad, but we're not talking about that.
But yeah. I mean, those are good influences, though.
Yeah. Thank you. Personal connection and stories.
Well, Wait by the River, I kissed a girl and she thought my basement was haunted because of the record going slow. I played this song. I played a lot of Vide Noir on when I was a radio DJ radio, college radio.
J.
a Dadio RJ. But when I did college radio, I played this album a lot, and when we did Vinyl-thon, I brought it, and it was super fun to do that.
That was a great choice.
Yeah, it was cool.
I saw him.
I know you did.
That's a fun story. Jim had to go off, to some like shitty venue out in California or Colorado. Or whatever.
I saw Trampled by Turtles at Red Rocks, which was. It sucked because I couldn't lose. I was either going to go see them or I was going to go see Lord Huron. So I was like,
yeah, good choices.
Yeah, and honestly, I would never trade what I saw out there.
I don't blame you. I still have to get out the
only thing that sucked is that everyone I was with was taking mushrooms.
Oh,
and I was the only one who wasn't. Even if I wasn't driving, I still don't think I would. But yeah, they're all like, they weren't paranoid, but like I was really drinking like a beer. They're like, all right, that's it. You can't drink anymore. I was like, dude, the concert literally just started. I think I can have like 2 more beers and be okay later.
Yeah.
But they're all like, no. So like that kind of sucked. But, Red Rocks, Lord Huron at Red Rocks. Oh, baby. That would be fucking rad.
That'd be good. So I saw him at the Chicago Theater. Bully opened. I don't know if we talked about that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't know why Bully opened. That was one of the loudest experiences. I stepped out for a little bit. I was like, I think they just like them. They're like, they're nothing like us, but come and play. Where to Start's a good song, though. I like that. But they started the concert off with Love Like Ghosts, which is perfect. And I specifically remember, I think when they were playing Emerald Star, the last song on Vide Noir, and they did that thing like everybody kind of fades out and the light that was on them would, turn off. And like it ended with like he took off his hat and was like using it to get like a cool like echo with the mic as he was like slowly backing away from the mic singing like, and it sounds like he's fading away. I was like, oh, they're like really artsy. They're like really, they care so much about their sound. Like I didn't view them that way until then. I was like, I get it now. Like the Always Sunny with Danny DeVito. You ever seen that?
The show Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
No, there was a season finale where like the one guy he does a whole interpretive dance to tell Danny DeVito that he's gay, and it ends, and then Danny DeVito's like crying with his eyes wide open. I get it now. And it was it was a good dance, like it was professionally choreographed.
It was
and
Mac.
He's jacked as hell.
It was
yes.
Mac.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's the way I kind of felt when they were doing that.
Right on.
But they did Fool for Love into Ancient Names Part 2 to end the set.
Oh, that is so cool.
They ended it. I think they did Time to Run as the encore, and then ended it with The Night We Met with a disco ball and everything. He's like, this is a good. You know what he said? This is a good song to play when you're making out with somebody.
Nice. Yeah. It kind of is.
Yeah. Don't listen to the lyrics, but it is.
Yeah, the lyrics are kind of bummy, but yeah, dude. So. Are we going to get into ratings?
I think it's time.
Okay. I'm going to let you start.
All right. So it's like a mind-bendy, dimension-traveling folk rock thing. I recommend it for people who are looking to get into like modern indie rock, or if you're classic rock stuff and you like the 60s and all that. Fans of the color green, if you have that synesthesia thing, you know, like where colors are shapes and shapes are music and all that stuff, where the senses are all mixed together.
That's not a thing, is it?
It is. Absolutely is. And Billie Eilish is one. Shout out to our first episode. Yeah. Duke Ellington was. This record makes you feel things, and like not just like in a sad sense, but more of like a philosophy sense. It starts off with the twisted stuff with Lost in Time and Space, and there's that weird swirly black hole with the emerald star at the end. It's an existential nightmare, but like in a good way. As you can tell, I'm not coming up with this off the spot. I wrote this stuff down. You know what? Another thing to compare it to movie-wise, 1917. You ever see that?
No.
It was that single shot movie of World War One with the two doughboys.
You're comparing?
Yes. Because it's just like, it starts and it doesn't fucking stop. And it just goes through and like, it's intense and it slows down, but it, like, you're on the ride the whole time. But overall, I enjoy the album, and I'm going to give it 25.0000 north out of 71.0000 west. Those are the coordinates for the Bermuda Triangle.
Oh my God. I was about to say, I was like, all right, I'll bite. What the fuck is that? That's pretty good.
My joke or my rating?
Both. I super enjoy this album. It's very trippy. It's very cool. Highly recommend it for people, kind of like what you were saying, who kind of wants to dip their toes like in indie rock. Mm-hmm. I would definitely recommend maybe listening to their first couple albums first and then listening to this, because it might be a lot to like take in if it's your first listen of Lord Huron. But I give this album 3 out of 4,000 existential cosmic crisis-i.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that. That's
Yeah.
good. That's good.
Yeah.
I have another question for you.
Sure, what is it?
If you wanted Lord Huron to cover anybody or somebody to cover the songs off this album, what would you want?
Ooh, that is tricky. I got to remember you asked me these questions because I can never think of like an answer. So I'm going to first try to think of like if I want Lord Huron to cover something. Lord Huron covering a song. I would love if Lord Huron could take all the old Americana music that you like, almost like Big Iron, you know, or like
Rocky Mountain Candy and all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if they could cover all those, like, and do like one album of like
make it weird and
it weird and trippy and new, like that'd be super cool.
Okay. I can see that. I would love to have them cover like late Beatles, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, or Day in the Life.
That would be really cool if they did Beatles stuff.
They could absolutely do that.
They could so do that.
I really want Glass Animals to cover some of the songs off this album.
That's pretty cool.
Any of the weird ones.
I think Tame Impala would also probably do a good job.
Yeah.
Covering some of this stuff too.
Yeah. Fiddler doing Ancient Names Part 2.
That would be very interesting. I would actually, I don't know if I would like it, but like
something.
It would be something. A lot of screaming.
Yeah.
I do love Fiddler though.
They do the same like artistry, like over like a lot of production, but it's just screaming in different places.
Yeah. But yeah, anything else, dude?
Yeah. You know that there's gonna be a movie?
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
Vide Noir, the movie. They announced it in the fall of 2019. Press was bad because neither of us heard of it back then.
Yeah, for real.
It's a noir film set in LA in the 60s of a man looking for his fiance, and then he does Vide Noir and starts bending time and space. It's going to be directed by Ariel Vida, who mainly is like a production or art designer, who's done some of their videos as well as Childish Gambino and Death Cab for Cutie.
Okay.
The stars I don't really know much about. Some Victor something, and then Ashley Cummings from The Goldfinch she was in. It's written by Ben Schneider, the frontman of the band, and of course the music's going to be from them.
I don't know how that's going to be.
It's going to be something.
I'll
you ever
watch
see The Wall? The Pink Floyd's The Wall?
Oh, Jesus.
I feel like it's going to be like that.
Dude, I don't know. Anytime that written, directed, starring, and it's all the same person, it's like, I don't know.
They got a vision.
It might be bad. Like, it might be too trippy. Like as an album, it's already really trippy. As a movie, it's like
it's some visuals.
I don't know about that. But yeah, we'll see. I'll check it out.
Noir film, okay.
Yeah,
I'm interested.
Yeah, I'm interested too. But is there anything else on the agenda here?
We missed the 49th annual Soup Talk.
We did miss the
50th.
The
You would-
50th
You would
annual.
move on to the next number.
Yes.
Also, annual does not mean bi-weekly, but whatever.
Oh, what the fuck ever.
Maybe we just bend time and space, and it means whatever we want.
Let's go back in time. Hail Satan. Anyway, so this is the 50th annual Soup Talk.
So, what do you think of Billie Eilish's album?
It was okay. Wait, that's not what
You rewound too fast.
oh, my nose. Just
You went
bleeding.
2 weeks back.
Here at Camp Black Wax, we bend time and space.
What's
space,
COVID?
Space. Yeah, I mean, people don't know this, but there is a secret underground lab that was abandoned in the 50s to combat the Russians underneath Camp Black Wax. May or may not be heavily radiated, which is why
The lake is so dangerous.
the
to
lake
swim in.
is dyed pink permanently for some odd reason.
They say it's the minerals, but we know better.
I've been telling campers it's Pepto-Bismol, so it helps with their stomachs, but don't drink it. Well, campers, I think it's time to put out the fire, and I think it's time to get into our quote-unquote cabins.
Yeah, you can call them that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's cool. Any final words, Brian?
Yeah, I could start the wrap up. So make sure if you're not already following us on Instagram or YouTube, follow us at both. I post fun quizzes and this or that questions. I'd love to hear what you guys think, as well as some song suggestions when I'm listening to new music. Right now I'm doing like Women's History Month, just posting about our favorite female artists. If you're looking to purchase the record, like Jim did, I put the things for that in the description. There's no color vinyl. It's only black wax. So you can do that. Next episode's coming out on March 28th. And that one is going to be Elton John's 1971 hit, Madman Across the Water.
I'm so excited.
Are you ready to be held close with that tiny dancer?
No, Tony Danza?
Hold me closer, Tony
Danza.
Tony Danza. You ever hear the band Tony Danza Tap Dance Extravaganza?
No.
You will hate them. They're really weird metal.
Oh, God. Okay, I'll check them out.
I'll put that in the description.
That's also your
too.
homework. Yeah, go check out that band, I guess.
I think the song I know by them is called Cliff Burton Surprise or something like that.
What the
It's
fuck?
real weird, man.
That's awesome. Well, I really hope you enjoyed today's episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you got any last words for them?
No, go fuck yourself, America. No, I'm just joking.
America, wow. Hitting big today.
Oh, my God. No. No.
I was just going to say don't eat too much passion fruit, but all right.
There's never such thing as being too passionate for passion fruit. What's the opposite of passion? Like
Disdain.
so if there's a passion fruit,
Disdain
is there like a
fruit?
disdain vegetable?
Disdain vegetable. Pretty sure that's just cabbage.
Yeah.
Cabbage is the essence of hate.
Cabbage is the essence of hate, and that's why the Irish eat it. But anyway, yeah, dude, I got nothing else though. Terrific album, good talk with you.
Yeah, this is fun.
Yeah.
I'm loving this more and more as we do.
Hell fucking yeah, dude. But be sure to check us out, and you'll have a great week, everyone.
Bye.